We're all falling and we need a place to hide. A safe place somewhere in the woods we can start a fire. All we know is what will be our home. We will stay until the break of dawn. The cold night takes us to a place to escape the chill.
Welcome. Thank you all for joining Stephanie and Mike on their special day. Now we have a fine gentleman who has escorted the bride today, and I'd like to ask you, Derek, do you give this woman to this man?
I do.
Feeling the cold in between our toes.
Now, Stephanie and Mike knew each other for quite a while before their journey together began. But I guess you can say some of it started one night at Nick and Rob's when Mike came walking in looking as studly as he normally does. When Stephanie said out loud, "I want him." After a few years, the next chapter in their story began on a trip to Italy. A trip they'll never forget. Along the path where Stephanie says Mike pointed out a good one, Stephanie, being Stephanie, looked out over the railing to check the view and noticed Mike fidgeting with a small gray pouch. He got down on a knee, and Stephanie turned around to see him, holding the ring in his hand, and the only words he can get out before crying is, "Will you marry me?" Mike says it felt like an eternity before she said yes. They hugged and held each other and didn't want to let go. At this time, there was true happiness. Nothing else mattered. No one else mattered.
I didn't really know what I was getting into, but after a rigorous interrogation process from Jen and Angie, I knew it was going to be worth it. Your beautiful brown skin, true beauty inside and outside drew me in like a magnet. And I discovered who you are, each day like a puzzle piece, and each one had me falling in love with you more and more. I choose you to spend the rest of my life with, because being with you makes me a better person. I promise to go to the car for you, even in the pouring rain and freezing cold. I promise to always drive, no matter the destination. I promise to always love you and be committed to you. I promise to always lift you up and be your support. I promise to share my life with you. I love you.
Marrying you today is the easiest thing I'll ever do. When our paths crossed 5 years ago, I instantly knew that I needed you in my life. As we've grown together, I've realized there are so many reasons why I've fallen in love with you. You've also found a way to keep me grounded and give me much needed structure and routine in my life. Especially our most favorite Sunday tradition, Baja Fresh. And guess what? You'll never forget my order after the song I made up for you. Chicken Ultimo, no salsa, no sour cream. The day you asked me to marry you, I remember feeling so surreal, peaceful, and as if the moment was destined to happen for all of our lives, like Chris said. My happy place is in your arms. You are my home. I'm so honored to take your last name today. I promise to commit my whole life to you, today and always. Love you.
Now that you two have joined yourselves in solemn matrimony, may you strive all your lives to meet this commitment with the same love, commitment, and devotion that you now possess. By the virtue of the authority vested in me as Deputy Commissioner for the State of California, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss your bride. I now pronounce Mr. and Mrs. Redfern.
We feel so much better now. we all sit around the fire. We feel a little warm now. And we all sit around the fire. We feel so much better now. And we all sit around the fire. We feel a little warm now. And we all sit around the fire. We feel so much better now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Mr. and Mrs. Redfern.
My all grown up little sister, who's actually a lot taller than me, is this beautiful, courageous, and successful young woman, and she has found the love of her life. You always know how to go with the flow and enjoy every experience to the fullest, which is just perfect for Steph. You've been the best boyfriend, a great friend to Zach and I, and an amazing uncle to my daughter. It's only a matter of time before my son absolutely loves you too. Thank you for taking so good care of my little sister, and even for reeling her in from time to time when she's in over her head. It's been a blast watching you two grow together as a couple, from your first dates to moving in together, to becoming dog parents, to becoming auntie and uncle. Now look at you two beautiful people sitting here today as husband and wife. I seriously do not know what I'd do without you, truly. So cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Redfern.
She puts her ego aside and she just gets it. You know, she gets how people operate. She gets how to be the best person that she can in everything that she does, not just in business. And I'm just so proud of you. All right, so the perfect couple. But seriously, Mike and Steph are so perfect for each other. They're weird and quirky and kooky. They support each other so they can be their best selves individually and as a couple. But the thing that I love the most is the way they look at each other. You see this in pictures. You just see when they glance at each other, and it's so special and beautiful.
Steph has been an integral part of the Stevens puzzle since she came into the world. My husband, Steve, and I have loved every second of seeing her grow into the amazing, beautiful, elegant person she is today. Steph is always the one to say, what can I do or how can I help? She is selfless. She is our family's rock and our core. Her parents, Becky and Derek, must be so proud out here tonight. To love and celebrate her is an honor. The last time I approached him was the greatest. It was the greatest for me. I didn't even get out my usual, hey, Mike, I got this. He said, I know, Bun, I got this. He simply said, I got this. In that moment, I knew that one day he would be family.
And I met Mike for the first time showing up freshman year. He had a skateboard. I want to call him Jankos, right? He had a chain down to his wallet. Hair off to the side, Slipknot t-shirt. Right? Rage, dude. He was raging. Right? This is him and yeah. And I was like, hey, dude, right? Like, we're reunited and it feels so good. Steph walks in, who's that? Mike says, who's that? Steph's like, rawr. Mike's like, who's that? So pretty much he got slayed. Right? Right. From the Manny Busen aspect, she was like, you're mine, you don't know it yet, but you're mine. Yeah. Steph, I give to you one of my first friends. He is the most amazing man you'll ever meet. I know you this already. Try not to cry. I want to say a little bit about you too. You're an amazing spirit. I've watched you grow through 722. I'm most fearful about this particular part of my speech because I love you so much. Your spirit and your personality is bigger than this forest. And I love you so much. One of my first friends and best friends couldn't possibly have a better soulmate. Full circle. That's why I cried.
You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. The way it shines on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lives, these people we love so much. Got the kind of look in your eyes, like there's no one here, it's just us. And should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love.